for me. Hope for us because I believe the home was just you and me. I thought you were the one for me. That's why I give you everything. Held you close by the stormy seas. Oh, you meant the world to me. Inside lane, missing exits. I'm glued to the pavement between the lines. I'll keep my gaze straight ahead as the last stop flies by. No more waiting for the gun to fire. No more walking through revolving doors. I've gone around once, and I don't need to go around anymore. It's time to break away. Forget your sober case. Stop dwelling on empty words. Stop stalling in the doorway. Cancel the cruise control. Switching in the manual.
G'day. Just fixing monster lineup. Of course that's tricky because Tour Japan you can't access the start list for Tour Japan. Okay, don't crash on me. So I've renamed it as the UAE start list. I'm going to copy and paste it back to Japan. A bit fragile this morning, but should be good. Oh, of course, the music is 7 million miles too loud. Anyway, over here, wanna go nodding start list.
You can't win them all, but I'm proud I tried. Glad we had a dialogue. It's good to shape the mind. Speeding up the pace, turning up the heat. Where I need to be for the first time. Taking risks, I'm casting off without a lifeline.
Monster and who changes roster to Joyce Knight would go. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Save. Okay, that should be loading now. 2.2 Tour Japan. Let's go. Let's just check if he has the right team. Monster, Knight, McGill, Joyce, Benamis, Piak. Anyway, Tour Japan, quite a few nice stages, small tour. Mostly Conti teams, I think. Decathlon Edgy Tour is, of course, Pro Conti. They've got a real strong team, Guillaume Martin and Lowalski. You also have Rafael Micah and Dylan Tunes for Leopard. Spragley for Polti Cometa. Anyway, let's get into it. First stage, individual time trial prologue. Nico Denz from CIC is the favourite, followed by Turen, Steinhauser and Skelly. Music's still quite loud. For fuck's sake, man, there's just like low as shit on my end. What the hell have I done here then? Audio. Let's go like that. And disable that. See if that makes a difference. I mean, to be fair, I am speaking quite quietly. Anyway, here we are, the races starting. Visser from Beat Cycling is the first to depart. Look at that. Beautiful coloured jersey. Just arrival of the start list. Monster moves up, I think, one position. Rafael Marquez the favourite, followed by Guillaume Martin. I think this is going to set a decent time in this. Ah, it's a prologue, so we can kind of just skip. Piek overtook Visser. Absolutely, I think Sosa will definitely lose it once again. As always, he's never up to form. Nice work by Hans Jonas Steltmitten. Don't know how to commentate a prologue, I don't know any of the Conti riders. McGill. Josh Kench, Bolton Equities, Black Spoke. Team no longer racing in real life for some stupid reason, but that's just how New Zealand cycling goes, unfortunately. Harry Tanfield should be a favourite. 5th? Kenny's good. Moderate. Awesome. CIC rider. I'm just going to say random things, because prologues. Jeez, Darren Referee's got some nice stats. Embrace the world, that is. Or 1 second behind Barnabas Peak. Dylan Tunes, old rider for Mepai. 4th, 8 seconds down. Colin Joseph Monster, decent flat. French rider and Bolton Equities, decent climber. Okay, let's go. It's a prologue. There's like 100 riders to go. Fabio Christians could put a decent time in. Nope. Enzo Palini. Absolutely, he should. 3rd, 3 seconds down. Nice work by him. Tyler Steins, I reckon, will be up there. Top 10 hopefully. 72 flat. 67 prologue. 5th. Charlton probably isn't enough flat, I don't think. Gel Gliva. Another Bolton Equities rider. This time the Slovenian. Gets 3rd. Still have Barnabas Piak in the lead. Will anyone challenge him today? Caraboni for Kern Farm. Standable for a G2R Le Mondial. He's got a decent flat, should put a reasonable time in. 6th, 5 seconds down. Schwartzman much the same. Reasonable flat. 13 seconds down. Fitzsimons, Black Spoke. Arts should do reasonable. 73 flat, 65 prologue though, it might lead him down. Yep, they're them down. Here we go, Filippo Braccioni. Okay, maybe not. Stanislaw Arnowski. Decathlon AG Tour. Seconds down. Mergen Kalmotorov. The leaders are starting now. Kalmotorov is going for a quicker of course. Johannek from Beat Cycling, the Dutchman. He is the leader of the squad. Looks like he's a sprinter. We're on. Matthew Bostock. He's another sprinter. Looks like sprinters are leaders for some of these smaller teams here. 31st, 18 seconds down. Oliver Knight for Monster. He's just at a reasonable time. Nope, 16 seconds. Here's Kalmotorov now. 5 minutes down. There we go, finally a climber. Euskaltel Euskadi having a Spanish climber as their leader. Italian Vere for Bolton Equities Black Spoke. Greg Steinhauser for Diamante. He gets first. He sets the best time, beating Ramos Peak by 6 seconds. Either Schelling now coming along for Team Leopard, I think. Nope, Metic. He gets second, 3 seconds behind Steinhauser. Sparagli, Team Polti Cometa, more of a puncher than anything else. Don't think he's going to be setting a good time here. Nope, 54, 33 seconds down. Nico Den's favourite for the stage. CIC comes in third, 3 seconds down. It's all close at the top. Christian Rodriguez, leader for Kern Farmer. He's not going to do too well on the stage. Nope. Ivan Sosa, well, 58 prologue, 63 flat. Already expecting a not so good time. He'll have to make up that 43 seconds in the mountains. Guillaume Martin, 78 mountain, but what's he like in a prologue? 29 seconds down. Rafael Maika, he's got the 70 flat. He's the Leopard rider. He is 10th, 12 seconds down. So, Georg Steinhauser of Team Diamante wins the stage. 3 seconds ahead of Schelling, and 4 seconds back is Nico Denz. Going. There we have it, Tour Japan, Stage 1, Steinhauser, cheat code. That was my rider, right? Correct. I mean, to be fair, Van Ship's a minute 9 down. Looks like it's a slight punchy finish here in Japan. Quite a few KOM points and sprint points on offer. Tjörn Sparagli and Vendram are the favourites. Best of the GC looks like it's Schelling and Denz who are top favourites for that as well. Kalmotorov into 0. Let's get top 10 of the general classification up. Of course, Steinhauser in the green leaders jersey. Schelling is in second of the points classification, and Rafferty second in the youth jersey. There's no KOM jersey as of yet, and Jesus, Leopard and Metic look very, very similar. The Kalmotorov is gone. He's abandoning the race before the start, is it? Anyone going for an attack? No, it looks like just Leopard's coming to the front. There we go, Beat Cycling is going for something. Euskaltel's joining them. 2 men in the breakaway. Looks like this Pulti Kometa rider could be trying something. Nope. Favorite for the stage, Barumsi. Oh, it's more of a flatter sprint than a hilly sprint. Is Lewalski going to try something here? Nope. Cool, 2 men in the breakaway. It is Belia and Visser. Visser, of course, the first best time setter of the day in their prologue. Quite a few KOM points on offer with only 2 places, 3 for first, 1 for second. Who's going to take it out of these two? We expect the Spaniard, right? He's the better climber. Visser just distances him at the start and blocks him off on the inside to take maximum points there at that first KOM point. The front of the peloton is Leopard, Diamante, AG2R, Metek, CIC, and Pulti. Not pacing hard, but just pacing. Oh, rider has dropped it. Yeah, there was a crash, but by the time the game told me he was already caught back up. That's Martin Romeo. And there's a small split in the pack in the descent that could cause difficulty on a few of the later laps, with Monster being the main team that was left behind. My favorites for GC. Ooh. I'm going to say Tristan Rodriguez. He's got a really strong climber squad from Kern Farmer. Sosa, I think, always bottles it. Micah and Guillaume Martin will probably be too strong, and the game will be like, nah. Rodriguez from Kern Farmer. That's all I'm saying. Another KOM point incoming. Will Visser block off the Spaniard once again? Visser's got the lead. Looks like he's going for the same tactics. He dive bombs into the corner, taking maximum points once again. The gap's only about 2 minutes for the breakaway, hovering around 2:30, 2:50. Diamante with Van Schip is increasing the pace, so they will not make it to the end of the stage today. But how many KOM points will they be ahead for? Here we go. Looks like Visser's rolling to the front again. He's going to do his cheeky attack. This time, looks like he just can't follow the acceleration. And once again, dive bombed into second place. Spaniard's very, very unlucky where he is stronger on paper than the Dutch rider. Oh, missed the actual intermediate sprint. I think the Spaniard got that. My mistake. Nope, Visser got that also. From the peloton, is someone going for it? Splits in the peloton on this descent, and Lewalski caught behind. 800 meters to the intermediate sprint. Anyone going to go for this bonus second? Marsman from Team Metek takes it as we look at the small split. Darren Rafferty is the one that drags the bunch back together. Oh, Visser cannot go the distance. Belia will take maximum points in this KOM. Finally winning a KOM as we see the bunch splitting behind. Riders cannot keep up with the pace. Greenberg, Jowett are off the back. Van Schip gone straight through the rear of the peloton. Who got second? Harry Tanfield got second. The domestic for Diamante in that mountain sprint. Lone rider for Skatel. He's got a minute 13 on the pack. The pack seems to be reeling him in. It is Metek now increasing the pace there. The gap is down to 50 seconds. Looks like the Euskaltel rider is sitting up slightly. "25 seconds, the catch is about to be made." As we look further back, we see more groups of riders off the back. Barnabas Piek, 4th overall in that prologue. He's losing contact with the pack. Josh Kench, another big name up there. Most of the St. Piran squad chilling at the back because their sprinter, Matthew Bostock, has dropped. Peloton has made the catch. It's all back together at the front of the race. With 30 kilometers to go, Leopard now rolling to the front. Are we going to see an attack by a rider? Is a rider going to try and get these mountain points, or is the domestics going to get them? Rafael Mike is up towards the front. His team has got a lot of faith in him for today's stage. Wouldn't say it suited him entirely, but good to be up there as we see Stykes take maximum points there. Oh, intermediate sprint point, missed that again. For God's sake. McGill takes it to Joyce and Stykes, so Monster sprinting forward to take a few of those points there. Here we go, the final ascent of the KOM, the mountain. Punchman for Marsman. He catches up with ease. Still Leopard and Metic on the front. Arts takes maximum points there. Schwartzman second, so that means Visser's going to be in the KOM jersey tomorrow. Assuming he finishes the race. No sprint here this time. 7 kilometers to go in the race. Will we see some sprint trains shortly? There's still a lot of just bunching happening in the race. An attack on the left hand side. Luke Wirgin is going for Team Leopard. So he can be a satellite rider for Mike, or as he thinks he can do it himself. Jaland from Bolton Equities is the first to respond. Enzo Paolini from Embrace the World also there. 3.8 kilometers to go, just a small climb here. This is the steep bit of the climb. Tenfield leading the peloton up here. Still 71 riders in the peloton. Virgin has got a small 8-second gap. Carboni, Rakhani trying to chase him down. 2 kilometers to go. They've made the catch. Virgin has been caught, is now up to the punctures, it looks like, because there's no sprinters in great position. Nico Den's the best of the GC men here. Everyone's fighting for the width of the road. Nico Den's on the left-hand side. Nico Den's the puncher. Takes the stage win ahead of Husink, Schelling and Paolini. I think that moves Den's into the race lead. Could be a split there, but I doubt it. The first split's going to be here with Johannik. Gruppetto on the back of the road. They will finish the stage, but lose significant time. Are you still racing? Everyone's finished, man. There we are, podium for stage 2 of the Tour of Japan. Nico Denz wins the sprint ahead of Husing, Schelling, Paolini, Venturan, Baroncini. That moves as expected. Denz into the lead, Schelling second, Steinhauser still third. Piak must have caught up after being dropped as he is still in the top 10. Best climber is Guillaume Visser of Team Beat Cycling. Nico Denz also leading the points classification. And Steinhauser still in the youth classification. Embrace the World now in charge of that team's classification. Yeah, absolutely, it's very strong. Micah moves outside the top 10 as Stites moves up due to some points in the intermediate sprint. No DNFs except for Kalmutorov. Stage 3, more or less the same punchy sort of race with laps. And Lewowski's class is the favourite because it looks like more of a sprinter's course. Nico Dens then Schelling. All the jerseys except for Diamante have got transfer art now. Piak with the beautiful Monster Hungarian national champion jersey. Didn't pick that up before, but it is lovely. And look at that, he is trying to get into today's break. 4th overall, 12 seconds down. If I were in the team car, I'd be yelling at my team to catch him, because he is not one I would let go in the breakaway. There's a fall in the pack. Is back up though, Jamie from Uskatel. A lot of riders trying to get in the break. Currently it is only Luke's who's in the breakaway. He's got a minute on everyone else. He will take maximum points of that KOM. Is anyone going to go for second? It looks like it is the the Spanish rider. Better. He wants to get closer to that mountain jersey. Soul breakaway. See another 3 riders trying to get across. It is Visser, Extabetta, and Piak once again, but Piak will not be allowed in the breakaway for obvious reasons. 4th overall. Absolutely, circuit races can be great or bad. And it looks like the Spaniard from Uskatel is making his way up to the breakaway. 2-man breakaway. Will he get enough points to take over the KOM classification? Belgian takes maximum points there. 2 are now joined up together and have 3 minutes 30 on the pack. Pack, of course, being led by, is it Leopard? Nope, AG2R, Metec, CIC. And Leopard just chilling there. Oh, there's a major fall in the pack. The bunch has been split into many pieces. Van Schip and Freya right out the back. Well, the bunch is back together anyway. But the 2 losers, of course, Van Schip and Freya. Will the Spaniard be able to get the better of the Belgian? On paper, I'd say no, but it could be anyone. Holy shit, 22% here. Either way, it could be anyone. Yep, looks like the Belgian takes it just on the line. Yep. But the Spaniard's gained enough points over the day. He is currently virtually in the KOM classification lead. Intermediate sprint coming up 1 kilometer. The rider from Uskatel launches first, but it's the rider from Beat who takes maximum points there. In the peloton, will anyone sprint for it? Yes. Schwartzman from Team Leopard is sprinting for those bonus seconds. Colin Joyce just misses out. Looks like it's the same as before. Will we see the Belgian come around the Spaniard once again? Yes, we will. Van ship sinking. See the ship. Another KOM inbound. Who's going to lead up this climb? It looks like it's the Belgian is going to lead. Will that give the Spaniard an advantage? We see the gap between them is growing. It looks like the Belgian is just going to take the KOM points outright this time. Small splits happening in the peloton on the descent. Steinhauser caught out behind, but it looks like the work of Monster allowed them to catch right back up. Oh, big fall in the pack. Steinhauser's on the ground. Piak, Bostock. Everyone's back up though, but their bodies will be hurting. Another fall like that would not be a good time for them. 30 seconds is the gap that the breakaway has on the peloton. Looks like Luke's is going early. He knows he's only got a little bit more to give, and he wants to get these 3 points to get ahead of Extabita. But no, he is dead. The Belgian is about to be caught by the peloton, but the Spaniard will hang on to gain 3 points in the KOM classification. Coming across the line second is Van Dram as he speeds up. Metic. Is it Metic? Yep, Metic there. Second wheel. They are working hard as splits are happening in the peloton. St. Piran Monster are behind. There's Van Schip. He's sinking once again. Another split right at the back, seeing Rafferty, Piak and Gliva stuck behind. One rider has been dropped entirely. It is Jowett. Peloton's back together, but if someone were to pace hard on that final lap on the descent, they would most likely cause some major splits. Everyone's together at the front now. .900 meters to the KOM point. We see Visser, who's currently in the KOM jersey, attacking, trying to gain those 3 points. Trying to get back his jersey off the shoulders of the Spaniard. The Spaniard has a lead of 7, so there is no way that Visser will take back the jersey today. More splits are happening once again. It is Piak and Gliva who are off the back. They have the Beat cycling team and some riders from Diamante to keep them company. Barry O'Donnell from Bolton Equities also caught out behind. Josh Kench, the current New Zealand national champion. He's got a New Zealand national champ bike as well, that's cool. Small group of 10 riders off the back. We missed the sprint for the sprint. God damn it. Visser takes it ahead of Exibeta and then Tolna. Second. These riders are all back together. One ascent left of this climb. Will we see a cheeky attack by a rider through the middle? It looks like a few riders moving up. Kern Farmer got a few riders up here. Looks like CIC has a train there, but Marsman takes maximum points. No one really of any importance there. Ida Schelling has his Metek train on the front. CIC train on the right hand side. The AG2R train through the middle. There's 10 kilometers to go. A nice descent. With the pace they're going, they should cause some splits. Hopefully those splits remain into the finishing line. Bostock there for St. Piran. There's Rafael Micah being moved into position for his Leopard team. He doesn't want to drop. Colin Joyce for Monster right in the very middle of the peloton. Olsen of CIC moving Dens into position. It's getting a little bit messy here. So they're going full gas at the front. Franco has lost the wheel. Looks like he's part of the lead out train there. It's all getting quite mixy. Joyce is on the back of the Bostock St. Piran train. 3 kilometers to go. The ascent is starting. No major gaps on that descent now. Stan de Wolf, he looks like definitely here for Lewowski. Jordi Warlock there also 2 kilometers now. Bran Welton, former Jumbo Visma rider. On the right hand side it is Arts who launches and Lewowski through the middle. Nico Dens is going to be the corner who decides it. Is Lewowski going to stay ahead of Dens? It looks like he is. Those corners mistimed everything. And Lewowski, the Polish sprinter from AG2 Le Mondial, takes the stage ahead of race leader Dens. Schelling in third. More bonus seconds for those two. Few riders losing time. Don't think. Oh! Glivar looks like he loses time. Unlucky for him. He'll be outside of the top 10 today. There we have it. Podium. And Lewowski in the beautiful AG2 Le Mondial jersey, back with the brown pants, back with style. Nico Dens gaining more bonus seconds on everyone else to increase his lead over Schelling in the GC competition. And there we have it, and Lewowski's into the top 10, and Glivar is out, the Bolton Equities Slovenian rider. Of course, the Euskaltel rider into the KM jersey with a lead of 7 points, and Dens extends his lead on Schelling, now 12 points ahead. Young rider still Steinhauser, I think 8 seconds rather than 7 seconds of Rafferty. Embrace the World still 1 second over Team CIC. Have a look what those time gaps were. Yes, Glivar loses a minute 30 on everyone else, and that moves him unfortunately quite a way out of the top 10. He is 66th now overall. We see Lewowski moving up 17 places with that 10-second bonus. No change in the top 2 of the points. Mountain, of course, Tibeta takes over. Visser moves to 2nd, and Lukes moves to 3rd. Young rider, no change really. And in the stage there were no DNFs. French teams dominating. Absolutely. Stage 4, more or less the same. They're really all the same until we hit 5. It's kind of like a hilly. 6 looks like a good time. Holy shit, 7 looks like a good time. Tour Japan looks like a great race. And Lewowski the favourite once again with Nico Dens and Schelling. Same top 3 we've had the last few stages. Who's getting into the break today? It is, of course, our Mountain jersey winner, leader, Tibeta. He is joined by Lukes, who's 3rd, and Jowett, who's had some pretty bad. Never mind, the peloton's back. The first KOM comes 3 kilometers into the race. who's going to take it out of these two. They're both looking pretty dead already. The peloton's only 30 seconds behind. The Spaniard takes maximum points there, extending his lead as Lux moves overhead of equal to Visser in second in that classification. Piak once again trying to get in the breakaway, but he's still ranked 4th overall, so he can do no such thing. Next KOM point, we see the Spaniard overtake the Belgian on the line. He must be on a poor day today. The gap is 4 minutes 40 to the peloton. On the front is Metic, Edgetua, CIC, and more Metic riders. Short, sharp, steep climb. You see Luke's leading out once again. Will he die just before the finish? Looks like he might have. He blocked the Spaniard, but not quite enough, as the Spaniard takes another 3 points in the mountain classification. Intermediate sprint incoming. Who's going to take this? Belgian finally outshines the Spaniard, taking the 5 points there. Is the peloton going to sprint for this 1 bonus second? And Lewowski's moving up in the peloton. Looks like he's going to do something. He is. He's going to take that 1 bonus second and that 1 point ahead of Schwartzman. Take my bow stock. That was mistimed, I guess. Once again, it's the Belgian who launches the attack. Spaniard comes around him in the last few hundred meters. The pair are working well together now. They have 2 minutes on the pack, as we see Yosu Extibeta having 31 points in that KM classification. Quite substantial. Gap is now a minute. They should make it to the next KOM, but after that they will not be in the break anymore, as we see the Belgian take the points this time around. He's getting his own back, as both riders are heavily fatigued from being in the breakaway. Tolna has been dropped, the Metic rider from the peloton. He's done quite a lot of work on the front today. As we see the KOM jersey leader caught by the peloton. It is now just Lux who is out in front. Marsman is like almost sprinting to try and catch him. Not entirely sure why. Jordi Woolop also doing the same. It's all come back together. There's 33 kilometers to go. The pace has reduced. Well, now it's up to 40 km an hour again. Everyone's still racing hard. 5 kilometers to the next KOM point. Will we see any of those riders recovered enough to sprint for the points? Attack by Lux. We were right, he would recover in the peloton just enough to take the 3 points. Second across the line looks to be the Spaniard, gaining another point there. Making sure his lead stays. He now has 12 points lead on Lux, with only 3 points left on offer. Intermediate sprint incoming. We see AG2R moving and Lewowski up towards the front. Colin Joyce is here. Sean Hobbs. Noah Hobbs launches first and he blocks and Lewowski through the corner. And Lewowski says that block was just enough for me to get enough energy to pull away from everyone else. Colin Joyce, last minute push the line, taking second in that intermediate sprint. Eight kilometers to go to the finish. Only 3 kilometers to this KOM point. This KOM should sort them in from the boys. Now would be a time for Rafael Micah to go for it, to attack over the top. And 4 kilometer solo home could be done. See the trains here already. Vendram there for AG2R at the front, and Lewowski in the middle in the mix. Ida Schelling is up there. Looks like Nicholas Protom takes maximum points in that KWM classification. As now will come down to a sprint, 4 kilometers to go. Down the descent. Sprint trains reorganizing themselves. Gliva there for Bolton Equities, and Lewowski is up near the front, 2 kilometers to go. It's really quite messy. These corners are not making it easy. 1 kilometer to go is Dushutner at the front. Jordi Warlop is leading up Anne Lewowski, and Warlop, the lead out for Anne Lewowski, takes the stage. A 1-2 for AG2R on this stage. Dushutner in third. Everyone stayed together except for Marsman and Tolna, who worked extensively on the front of the race. Jordi Warlop takes state ahead of Stanislaw and Lewowski. Stefan Dushutner in third in the bunch sprint. Dens is still in first, Schelling second, but Anne Lewowski moves up to third, 1 second ahead of Steinhauser. And Warlop enters the top 10. And G1 tour. Next stage for a Frenchman. Josu Extiberast leading the mountain classification quite easily. Nico Dens now only 4 points ahead of Anne Lewowski. He's getting a bit closer in this classification, and Steinhauser still in the youth jersey. Embrace the World, still the best team. Those two riders losing time. No major changes in GC. Anne Lewowski up 6, Warp up 15. Kalini down 2, so we see Stan de Wolf move out of the top 10. Stage 5 looks to be a bit more exciting, the hill being more of a hill, where it is favouring more the punchers like Tunes, Martin, Micah, Sosa, Schelling, Dens, Tristan Rodriguez, who I said was my favourite for the overall. Vive la France. Raining today. With some of these sharp descents, we might see some crashes, so the riders better be careful. It's not cold enough for the riders that still haven't got their arm warmers on. Hey, and Lewowski is wearing the points jersey because Dens is still in the lead. The race state starts straight away up the Shimohi Sakata. Quite a reasonable climb. Noah Hobbs in the breakaway. Johannik, Lukes, Juras, and Knight trying to make it to the breakaway. Riders never seen in the mountain classification except for Lukes. He gets third up the climb, but makes only 2 points, 2 lots of points on offer. His teammate did a not so good thing. There we are, breakaway established. 5 riders out in front. Ride from Oskatel, the climber, Juraristi, Hobbs, Lukes, Johannik, and Knight from Team Monster. There's not points there, is it? No. Oh, fall in the peloton by Hitched. Decent fall. It looks like Hitched from Monster is abandoning the race. It's quite unlucky for him. Hussing and Freidik way out the back. Orselin, Van de Pitte, Protom, they're making their way back into the peloton. Attack in the front. It is Johannik of Beat Cycling who launches. Oliver Knight takes maximum points at that KOM. Once again, as Luke's who misses out. Another fall in the pack. It is Carboni this time from Kern Farmer who is on the ground, and he is also abandoning the race. Iguere, Warlop, Azumindi and Proton once again on the ground, making their way back into the peloton. There's 2 abandoned so far and 2 descents of this road. I told the riders to be careful in the race briefing, but they were not listening. Oliver Knight going for glory once again, trying to get some more of these KOM points, trying to make up for their teammate who was out of the race. Looks like Johannik takes it. And it's very shit-like planning by Johannik. And Luke's even. Jeez, Luke's is the same team as Visser. Intermediate sprint this time around. Bonus seconds on offer. I think Knight's got this one in the bag as always. Nope, not even close. Johannik is going to take it, or Hobbs takes it. No, Hobbs from St. Peran. Who's still out the back, who's not making it back in. Britain back in the pack, peloton all together. Breakaway going towards the next KOM point. It is Luke's who launches first. Is he leading out his teammate? He looks like he is. But Knight sneaks through just at the end there. Damn. Lewis Cattell rider from the breakaway is the one that has fallen this time, and he's losing 1:30 on the breakaway. Yeah, I put the DNFs in after the stage, man. No point doing it during the race. Oliver Knight takes more points in that KOM classification, if I'm not mistaken. No, Locks takes it. Luke's takes it. More riders at the back of the peloton. Darren Rafferty has fallen. He is back up though. He is joined by Greenberg, who's also fallen. Embrace the World. Are they sending back domestics for Rafferty? Cannot quite tell. Or they just sent back Freiger, 1 domestic for Rafferty. Breakaway still has 2 minutes on the peloton. 700 meters for the next intermediate sprint. Luke's takes the more KOM points there. The gap is closer, only 7 points now to the Spaniard. Oh, looks like a crash at the back. No, Paolini is off the back of the peloton. Is he trying to get back in? Or is he just chilling? Paolini's just chilling. Embrace the World are losing time with Paolini there. At the front it is Knight who takes maximum points ahead of Luke's. The KOM leader has been dropped from the peloton. Paolini is now powering himself back into contention for the race. Oh, there is an intermediate sprint this time. It is Noah Hobbs who takes the intermediate sprint once again. We're gonna see Luke's take more points here. Nope. Oliver Knight takes more points, moves himself up into 3rd in the mountain classification. Whole breakaway is all splintered, still holding 3 minutes with 30 Ks to go. It could be close as to who takes the victory here. We see Jordi Warlop 10th overall in the 10th in the overall classification is dropped. Barnabas Piak also out the back of the race. Visser is dropped, and a lot of his Biat cycling team is here as well. And Lewalski's still doing well in the peloton. Oliver Knight ahead of Noah Hobbs at the next KOM point. Oh, who's this? Who's in the blue jersey? And Lewalski has dropped from the peloton. McGill also. The top 10 will definitely be shaken up today. A fall by Extibeta, the leader of the KOM classification. He's on the ground for a long time. Barnabas Peak fell as well, but Barnabas Peak is back up. The leader of the KOM classification, is he out of the race? It looks like he is. What an upset. The race is completely split up. The breakaway holds 2:40. That's right, we saw Knight take that ahead of Hobbs. 2 minutes 40 for the breakaway. If some of these riders here, if they make it all the way to the end with a gap, they could take the overall lead. It's AG2R on the front, Prodholm. Also Rafael Micah with his team up here, but a lot of the leaders doing some of the work. Ida Schelling has fallen. Spiragli also. Schelling, of course, the leader for Team Metic. Second overall in the race, is on the ground. Metic don't have any riders to send back to help him. It is Jaland trying to move Vere back into the pack. In doing so, they're bringing Schelling back at the very front of the race. It is Lukes who is launching an attack. Oliver Knight on his wheel, followed by Noah Hobbs. Sets up and lets Oliver Knight take maximum points with Hobbs in second. Guillaume Martin has attacked. Guillaume Martin of AG2R Le Mondial has been caught by the peloton once again, as we see Steinhauser going on the attack with Rafael Micah. The final ascent of the day. Guglielmi of CIC can respond. So can Dylan Tierns. There's Christian Rodriguez and Guillaume Martin. A select group of 6 riders off the front of the peloton. Even Sosa did not make the split. He is in the second bunch with Palini, Schelling, Prodholm and Veer. Guillaume Martin goes once again, this time as Rafael Micah being forced to close the gap. They are 2 minutes behind the breakaway. Looks like it could definitely be a day for the breakaway. If so, I think Noah Hobbs has this in the bag. Guillaume Martin still off the front. It is Guglielmi who is having to do much of the chasing. Nah, I use the Alt key. My scrolly button doesn't always work. Anyway, at the front of the race, it is the sprint for the finish. Johannek is going to take it ahead of Oliver Knight. No, Oliver Knight could be close. Oliver Knight of Team Monster takes the stage win. Who's this? Christian Rodriguez has now launched an attack. Rodriguez is ahead of the other favourites. Is he going to get caught on the line? It looks like he does not have enough to hang on. Instead, it is Guy. Oh, he does. He takes it just ahead of Guillaume Martin. Steinhauser, Tunes, Micah. The Schelling group, the Sosa group, have just caught up on the line. They will not lose too much time today. Palini and Prodholm. Spragley, Vendram, Stoltmitten, Brasseroni, and De Wolf also up there. Stites limiting his losses. We see Nico Denz now coming in. He's sprinting for it. He's going to win the sprint for his group. He's losing 5 minutes to Oliver Knight, who won the stage. Quite a few riders DNFing the stage. Big name, of course, the KOM jersey leader. Let's have a look at the podium. Oliver Knight wins the stage, 2 minutes 13 ahead of the peloton. I think that will do some upsetting actually in the GC. Cristian Rodriguez first of the GC men across the line. Guillaume Martin, Steinhauser, Turns running out the top 10. Overall, Noah Hobbs St. Piran is now in the lead of the race. Oliver Knight 3 seconds back. Then Juas Ritzi in third, Luke's in fourth. First of the actual GC Ben, Idris Schelling is in sixth, 158 down. Luke's is now in the climber classification after the abandon of the Spaniard. Points classification, Nico Den still 4 points ahead of Anlowski, and Noah Hobbs and Oliver Knight overtake George Steinhauser by 2 minutes. AG2 La Mondiale team have taken over the team classification from Embrace the World, who lose 3 minutes 28. Looks like those 3 groups on the road actually joined together in the finish, according to time. Then Stites came in 340 down. Nico Den's the leader, almost 6 minutes down. Then we have the 3 abandons. Farmer. Muscadel. Three DNFs. Stage 5 of Tour of Japan. Let's have a look at what the GC did. Noah Hobbs into first, moving up 27 places. Oliver Knight quite a way up there. So all 5 riders, all 5 riders from the breakaway into the top 5 positions on the stage. Schelling down to 6th, Steinhauser down to 7th. De Wolf back into the top 10. Palini and Guglielmi keep their overall places. Where is Cristian Rodriguez? He's a further like 40 seconds back. What the hell happened there? He must have lost time in that time trial, that's right, yeah. Sosa up to 23rd, 2 minutes 47 down. If we take away the 2 minutes, we keep Schelling as rider number 0. It's really still quite close at the top. I'll take a screenshot of the actual stage. I don't think I did. Let's do that now. Stage 5. Okay, let's get into stage 6, the Queen stage of the race, up Fuji Speedway, Mount Fuji, 31 kilometers, but quite a big fuck-off climb at the end. Rafael Maica, Guillaume Martin, Ivan Sosa, Cristian Rodriguez, favourites for the stage. Will we see the GCB upset once again?
Open eye, feel the waves cut through me, hypnotized by the sounds I'm breathing in. Hold tight, chemicals collide. Hold tight, hold tight. Dripping lights paint the skies, all because of you.
There we have it, Noah Hobbs in the green leaders jersey. The St. Piran manager will be very happy. Attack right away by the Uruguayan rider. from Team CIC, Fagundes, Dissel, and Bostock trying to get into the break. Quite a large break, actually, trying to get away. It's quite a short stage, so we'll see what happens. About 7 riders up the road: McGill, Bostock, Diesel, Martha Romero, Fitzsimons, Marsman, Deschutner, and of course our Uruguayan rider. 23 kilometers to the top of the climb. It's only going to get steeper and steeper from here on in. Leopard on the front for Dylan Rafael Micah, actually, aren't they? But they've got Dylan Tunes as well. It's a decent squad. Dylan Tunes, of course, last year, I think it was, what was it, Basque Country he won? He won quite a few Pro Tour, World Tour races in the sim game, of course. Nothing really happening, everyone's just riding, there's no attacks, there's no nothing. We still haven't got to the actual climb yet. It all will happen after we pass Fuji. The sprint point. Who's going for the sprint? Will it be Michael Fitzsimons of Bolton Equities Black Spoke? Nope, no one goes for it, but Diesel takes maximum points. "10 kilometers to the top now. Mount Fuji has begun. We see up the top, we see the finishing gates, we see the, what's that, must be the 5 kilometers to go, that 1 kilometer to go banner. Rider's been dropped from the peloton already is Jowett, of course. Attack, nope, dropped from the breakaway, Dissel and Fitzsimons. The peloton led by Team Leopard, Kern Farmer, AG2R. Jordi Warlop losing more time today. We're going to see attack from Guillaume Martin, are we? Noah Hobbs is doing well to keep up. Only 56 mountain rated. Oh, Noah Hobbs is looking dead already. But well done to him getting into the leader's jersey. One rider out in front, Marsman, the last man to be caught. 5 kilometers to go. It is now 14% gradient. Riders at the back of the race, just dropping like flies. We should be left with the favourites very shortly. Standard Wolf 10th overall for AG2R Le Mondial. Enzo Paolini is doing some of the pacemaking. Not sure why that is. I think maybe they think Rafferty's the stronger man on the day. They are probably going to give up there. Placing overall, big split in the pack. A few riders. Luke's is being dropped from the front bunch. Schelling sitting a bit far back. De Wolf is now dead. He'll be losing out on his top 10 today. Baroncini also dropping, Steltmissen, Knight. We're almost up to the favourites. We see Ivan Sosa now going for it. 3 kilometers to go. Ivan Sosa from Embrace the World. Micah counters with Martin and Steinhauser. Steinhauser the best placed out of these 4. Guillaume Martin drops the wheel. Steinhauser dead. It's just Micah and Sosa. We'll fight it out for the stage win. Nope, Mike is dead. Sosa's going to probably take the stage win. Everyone else is dead behind. Even Sosa actually performing like he's supposed to. He's celebrating at 300 meters to go on the climb. Both hands off his handlebars. Good on him. Micah in second. Where's Rodriguez? Where the hell is Rodriguez? There he is there. He's sitting up for some reason. But anyway, here we have it. Ivan Sosa takes stage 6 of the Tour of Japan. Rafael Michael in second, a minute down. The Steinhauser group comes in with Guillaume Martin, Colin Rafferty, Nico Denz, another 50 seconds down. Rodriguez, Venter and Prothome. Rodriguez had energy left, he mismanaged it. Enzo Paolini, who worked when I think he should have sat in and let other teams work. He's losing out on his top 10. Rounding out the top 20. Not Schelling, it looks like Stolt Mitten is the last rider in the top 20. Because it is a short stage, there will be a small time lag for the DNF. Or very, very close. I am not sure if he made it. Ivan Sosa a minute 1 second ahead of Micah, and then a further 30 seconds for Carl Frederick Hagen. Sosa's now in the lead, 30 seconds ahead of Micah. Minute 12 ahead of Steinhauser. Steinhauser's up there. Micah, Martin, Steinhauser. Close. Still got a few stages. I think 1 stage to go. 2 stages to go. Best climber still looks 3 points ahead of Oliver Knight. Nico Denz leads by 11 points to Anlowowski in the points classification. Steinhauser's back in white. 50 seconds ahead of Oliver Knight. And AG2R still in the team classification. We have big change up in GC, although 2 riders from the breakaway, Jurizzi and Knight, are still in the top 10 overall for Monster and Euskaltel. Steinhauser for Diamante, he only moves up a few. The rider from CIC, the Frenchman, also only moving up a few places as well. Christian Rodriguez up to 10th. I feel like I've cursed him a bit. Apologies, Mr. Kern Farmer. But Sosa finally showing his potential in the Tour of Japan. 8 stages, so the second to last stage of the race. Quite hilly, quite a few more KOMs. Looks like it could be another day for more splits. Guillaume Martin, Micah and Sosa the favourites once again. That's why I didn't check. I didn't check if that fella DNF'd. Let's quickly check if that rider OTL'd from last stage, Mount Fuji. No, he made it. Oh, general. He made it 3 seconds ahead of the time. Cut off. Holy shit, this stage is going to be tough for a few riders. Two riders in the breakaway. Who is it? Stoltmitten and Gliva. Both riders at 1 point were in the top 10. Missed the first KOM. That was won by Gliva ahead of Stoltmitten. Gliva takes another 3 KOM points to move up to 5th. We're lucky it ain't raining today, or else it'd be more crashes, I bet. Gliva takes another 3 points. He's on 9 points. Have a look. 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21 points can be made. So if Gliva wins all the mountain sprints on the stage, he could be in the mountain jersey. Small split happening behind. What happened here? Jowett and Bram Welton have both fallen. Of no significance, although Jowett, if he does not make it back into the peloton, may DNF the stage. You can see Embrace the World, Euskaltel and Kern Farmer are leading the peloton. Gliva is taking another KOM sprint with ease. Leopard now coming to the front. They want to increase the pace. They want to give their leader, Rafael Maika, the chance to win the race overall. His accelerations and decelerations will cause a lot of riders to get tired quite easily, as Gliva takes another KOM sprint ahead of Stortmitten. We do see some small splits happening in the peloton. Euskaltel, CIC, Leopard, Pulte on the front. Gap is now 2 minutes. Gliva takes another mountain sprint. At the back of the peloton, 4 riders have been dropped. Tolner, Britton, Greenberg and Jowett. Bram Welton and Bailey O'Donnell are next to go, followed by Andrea Perron. Oh, Gliva takes more points there, and we see big splits happening in the peloton now. The Wolf has dropped the wheel coming up to this next mountain sprint. Will he close the gap down though, or will we see the bunch? Well, this bunch here is actually fractured once again. It should all come back together. Colin Joyce now sitting up. Oh, the bunch is completely fractured. How many riders in the top 10 here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All riders in the top 10 are still in the front. More KOM points on offer. Gliva, will he take it this time? Stortmitten looks like he's up there. Stortmitten second once again. Only 2 more KOM points for Gliva to take, and he will lead the race in the mountain classification overall. Lukes is dropping. The Euskaltel rider, who's 8th overall. Juristi is dropping also. There's 30 kilometers to go. Another rider's been dropped from the peloton. Who is it? Darren Rafferty is dropped. Enzo Paolini also. Sevilla Joland. Only 20 riders now left in the front. Oliver Knight doing the ride of his life. Keeping up with the favourites here. It is Luca Wirgin and Lewis Engelmet on the front. Gliva's going to take some more KOM points. He only needs, well, he needs to either get second and get luck, or first. And he will take over the lead of that classification. fall in A9, not in the front, so not something we should be worried about. A7 also had a fall, also not something we should worry about. 20 kilometers to go, the breakaway is 2 minutes 40. Will we see any of these riders enter the top 10 of the overall classification? We see Stolt Mitten launching attack against Gliva. Gliva's chances of that KOM jersey have almost gone out the window now. They need to stick together. Gliva needs to win that mountain sprint. Surely they should talk to each other and say, hey mate, you tow me to the mountain sprint, I'll work for you. Oh, who's that abandoning? Rakhani from Polti is abandoning the race. Stolt Mitten still trying to sprint ahead of Gliva as we're lapping the back of the race. Oliver Knight and Nico Denz have been dropped from this front group. There's now 17 riders left there. Schelling is now hanging on for grim life. Rodriguez towards the back. Proton Tunes Vede. It's Paolini who's back in this bunch doing the work. These two now have 3 minutes on the peloton. Gliva just needs to get these KOM points and he takes the jersey, but it looks like he's going to die. Stolt Mitten is going to take the points here, and Gliva, will he miss out on the KOM jersey? It's up in the air at this point as we see an attack from Nicholas Prothom from inside this front bunch. Where's Guillaume Martin? Is Prothom going to be a satellite rider, or is Prothom going for his own glory? Breakaway can do breakaway things as we check back in with the peloton. Ida Schelling is now being dropped for Team Metic. Protom's got a 40-second lead now. We see the chase group split into 2 groups. Dylan Tunes has been dropped. Luke Wirgen. Carl Frederick Hagen now. He's attacking his 4th overall. He's trying to catch Nicholas Prothom, who's 40 seconds ahead. Stolt Mitten's got a minute on Gliva. Ezumendi for Euskaltel. He is driving the pace, bringing the group back together. We see Rafael Maika launch an attack now. Where's Guillaume Martin? Guillaume Martin's sitting at the back. It is Ivan Sosa who has to respond. 3 kilometers to the finish line. Nicholas Prothom is going through riders who have been lapped. He is about to catch Gliva. Stolt Mitten has just won the stage, we missed that. Gliva is about to get 2nd with Prothom in 3rd. Ivan Sosa now launches an attack from inside the peloton. It's hard to see, but you can see there's Maika and Hagen up the road just ahead of him. And Sosa should finish just in front of this group. I don't think Maika got enough time to take the overall. It's really hard to see with all these riders. Here's Rodriguez and Paolini now. 13th, 14th. Paolini doing excellent. Embrace the world. Here comes Tunes now. Vede and Wirgen. Ida Schelling not having a good day. Finishing 19th on the stage and rounding out the top 20. Will it be Oliver Knight? Oh, it looks like Jaland of Bolton Equities will take out 20th on the stage. Big group here though, 15 riders. They should make it. Yeah, everyone made it across the line. Yeah, close once again. Podium we see Johannes Stort-Mitten of Equipo Kern Pharma taking the stage ahead of Gal Gleva, Nicholas Prolholm, Karl Fredrik Hagen, Micah Sosa, and then the rest. What has that done to the overall? Ivan Sosa still leading, 17 seconds ahead of Micah, but Stolt-Mittet moves into third with that amazing attack on the day. Fredrik Hagen in fourth, Steinhauser down to fifth. Jeez. Sosa finally doing something well, and Lux is in the KOM jersey, equal with Gal Gleva. Could not do enough to take that jersey. Nico Den still in the points, and Stolt-Mitten moves into the youth ahead of Steinhauser. Uskatel take over the team classification. Hey. Kenny, DNF stage 7. DNF. Overall, we see Stolt-Mitten move up 14 places, a few riders in the top 10 moving down. Steinhauser, Glemy, Martin, Bo, Prolholm up 2 to have AG2R have 2 riders in the top 10. Rodriguez stays where he is, and Paolini up to 11th. Now the final stage of the race. Around Tokyo, no KOM points on offer, so barring crash, the KOM jersey has been settled on Luke's shoulders. Over the course, straight sprinters, Dens, Enlowski, Spragley. I'm going Enlowski. Sprint classification overall. Short stage, run the streets of Tokyo, I think. Into the city, and then a small circuit to finish. Hey, Pierre can finally get in the breakaway. Won't be too big of a gap, as DeWolf from AG2R and CIC are on his case straight away. Quite a few corners in this stage. Johannick has fallen. McGill also in a big crash. Quite a few riders actually fell down, but these two riders are sitting still. McGill has abandoned, as has Johannick. Two abandons already in this small stage. Quite a few corners will make this run into the finish quite tricky. Bit of anyone's game. Peloton's reasonably back together. Breakaway has 2 minutes with a few hundred meters to the intermediate sprint. Hopazak takes that ahead of Piak in the peloton. Will anyone be sprinting for these 1 bonus second? Yes, it is. And Lewowski from AG2R takes the 1.1 second. And they're now only 10 points behind Nico Dens. Oh, another fall in the pack. Luke's is on the ground. Another rider, Dylan Tunes, on the ground. Tristan Rodriguez, no! Kern Farmer, you better be sending your riders back. Oh, for fuck's sake. Rodriguez tried to swing across, but no one could roll through. Dylan Tunes, favourite for... semi-favourite for the stage. Out the back. Peloton has caught the breakaway in the meantime. Everyone's back together. 2.5 kilometers to the intermediate sprint. Looks like Ann Lewowski's got his sprint train there. Aguirre has fallen. Another big crash at the back of the race. Oh, Aguirre is on the ground. Abandoned maybe by the Kern Farmer rider. We'll keep an eye on that as we quickly head to the front of the race and see Ann Lewowski take the sprint ahead of Schelling and Bedens. Back at the back, it looks like the Kern Farm rider's trying to... Yep, he abandoned. They have quite a few abandons on this stage. 30 kilometers to go in the race. Should start seeing the sprint train shortly. Kilometers to go. We do see the sprint train. CIC with the Nico Dens. AG2R for Ann Lewowski. Ida Schelling with Metic. Diamante with Andre Piron. Sosa's trying to keep out of danger with his Embrace the World team up near the front. Gliva for Bolton Equities. Colin Joyce for Monster. And Schwartzman for Leopard trying to get on the back of the Metic train. Bostock in the middle. Who's going to take it? Could be anyone's game with quite a few corners here. 3 kilometers to go. The standout favourites are, of course, Ann Lewowski with AG2R Le Mondial. Kristen is going for early. Jordy Warlop leading out. Will he once again take the victory? AG2R with Ann Lewowski. Bram Welton through the middle. Welton takes it. Nope. Ann Lewowski ahead of Welton. Ida Schelling in third. Ann Lewowski with his second stage win of the race, I think. And coming in last is Franco. This race, of course, not without any issues, as we saw quite a few abandons in the final stage of the race. We have the final podium. Ann Lewowski takes the stage ahead of Bram Welton and Ida Schelling. Ivan Sosa has been crowned the champion of the Tour of Japan. Rafael Micah in second and Stolt Mitten in third. Gal Gliva takes the KOM jersey, but we'll clarify that in the points because sometimes they are wrong, ahead of Landa Lux. And Lewowski takes over the points classification from Dens. Schelling takes second. Stortmitten in the youth and Uskatel in the team. Let's have a look. Another 3 abandons. Trying to get out from Kern abandoning. Yodler. Panic from Beat. And McGill from Monster. That's 7 abandons in this race. Anyway, no time gaps for anyone except for Franco, minute 56 down. Let's have a look at the overall. Ivan Sosa takes the overall of the Tour of Japan. Rafael Micah in second. GC. They're going down to 60th with the screenshots. Top 60 NGC, points classification, and Lewalski takes that jersey. Mountain, we alright? Gliva takes the mountain classification. Unlucky for Lukes, who led all the way to the end. Youth rider still to Mitten, of course, Kern Farmer. And Team Uskatel Uskadi takes that classification. Thanks for tuning in for Tour of Japan. I will be very shortly doing a Rund Köln in the PT channel. CT results, there we are.